Well, I still don't understand why Morris Tucker can't find out what the ranch needs and just call you back. That's what you pay him for, to run the place.
Morris did call me, but, honey, until I see the damage the flood caused, I can't tell exactly what needs to be done. Okay, listen, I'm going to be fine. Going, coming home, in between, every which way, I'll be fine.
Honey, when Blair put that curse on us, I felt something go through me. It was so cold. I've never felt like that before.
Sweetheart, Blair may be a witch, but she's not capable of putting curses on anyone.
On top of that tarot saying something bad was going to happen?
Or something interesting. You say those cards can be tricky.
All right, what about that vision I saw? That face?
You had a bad dream.
Well, I was wide awake. The goddess is sending us a message. It's a warning.
But she didn't say anything about Texas, did she? Could you please hand me my ticket?
Flight 126? All right, that's it. You're not getting on that plane. No way.
Blair, what are you doing with that fur coat?
Can I come in?
Of course you can. Oh, you've come to thank me for my proxy vote so that you could take control of Melidor from Todd? It's perfectly all right.
At least
That is over with. Wait a minute.
he came back.
That's why you're carrying all this stuff. He came back to the apartment and he's kicked you out.
Good morning, Antonio. I got your message that you wanted to see me. I assume this is about the deal that we talked about.
There is no deal. And there won't be no deal. You got it? Not unless we get a few things straight.
Bo call?
No, and I just called the police station. No news, and nobody spotted Joey's car. Oh, Nigel just made some fresh. You look like hell, Clint.
Yeah, well, I feel like I've been rode hard and put away wet, Pa. Pa, it's like Vicky and Joey walked out of Rhodey's last night and just vanished into thin air.
Clint, that grandson of mine is one smart boy. If anybody can find a way to get hold of us and let us know where they are, he can. And they're going to be fine, you'll see.
You don't know that. Vicky is dealing with these other personalities that are capable of anything. Hell, one of them damn near killed me. Who knows what could happen to Joey?
I was just saying Joey's a smart boy, that's all. I have confidence in him.
Well, if anything happens to either one of them, I'll get it. Mrs. Vega, come on in.
Thank you. Mr. Buchanan, I'm sorry to show up like this, but I've been very worried. Christian didn't come home last night, and I've been very upset.
Your son didn't come home?
No, I didn't sleep all night. I looked everywhere that I could think of. At his friends, at our neighbors, down at the docks, at the community center. So finally, I decided that perhaps Jessica could help. Maybe she would know someplace that he would go.
Well, we could sure ask her. Oh, Pa, this is Mrs. Carlotta Vega. My father, Asa Buchanan.
How do you do, ma'am? You must be Christian's mother.
Yes. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pa, have you seen Jessica?
No. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen her all morning. You must be sleeping late.
Excuse me.
Jess? Jess, come on, wake up. Oh, man, we're in big trouble. Jess? Jess, come on, wake up. Wake up, Jess, wake up.
Oh, my God. What time is it?
11:15.
11:15? No.
Oh, my God. How could this happen? How could this happen? I mean, we were just talking about school and stuff, and... God! What are we gonna do?
My family's gonna freak.
No, they're not. Listen, I'll tell them that it was my fault. Huh?
Christian, my dad already is mad at you. Oh, your mom's probably going crazy.
I'm not gonna let anyone blame me for this, all right? Listen, we'll go to your house. I'll tell them it was my fault, and then that's it. And then...
Maybe we could just sneak in. I mean, maybe they'll never even know we're gone.
All right.
Okay.
Come on, let's go. Come on.
What did Jessica say? Does she know where Christian is?
Jessica's not in her room. And her bed hasn't been slept in.
What?
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell me she ran off with that boy?
Oh, Paul.
She's only 15 years old, Clint.
Paul, let's not jump to conclusions, all right? All right?
Fine. I'm just very worried about my granddaughter. Think back, Clint. Think back to yourself. What you put me through years ago.
Look, she told Tina she was going up to bed. I can't believe that Jessica would lie to me.
I will check with Nigel, see if he's seen her this morning. Excuse me.
Any idea why Christian didn't come home last night?
Yes. He was very upset. His friend Eddie Velasquez was stabbed yesterday. He's in critical condition in the hospital. Christian was so angry, I begged him to stay home, not to do anything foolish, but he just ran out of the house.
A stabbing. And you and Jessica keep trying to tell me how safe Angel Square is.
I know. I just keep thinking about my son, Christian, maybe lying somewhere in the street, hurt, bleeding.
Have you called the hospitals?
Yes. He's not in any of them. I called the police. Oh, I'm so worried.
Here, sit down. Would you like some coffee? It's fresh.
Oh, no. Yes, thank you. I haven't had anything to eat or drink now. I don't know how long.
Well, I know how that is. You get all wound up and you stop thinking of taking care of yourself.
Thank you. He's always been such a good boy.
Well, I reckon I've been kind of hard on him, but my main concern has been keeping Jessica away from any area where she might wind up getting hurt.
I understand. But since nothing was said about Christian coming here to see Jessica...
Oh, and you thought because he was upset that he came by here looking for her?
No, or called, or told her something, or were they friends, huh?
You know, maybe we shouldn't assume that they're together. I mean, you know, Jessica might have told me that she was going to some friend's house. I could have forgotten.
Or didn't you say that she told someone that she was going up to bed?
Oh, that's right. I guess I'm grasping at straws. Sorry, it's been a long night.
Is there something else troubling you?
Well, there is another family crisis I've been dealing with, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's not get into that. Tell me about Chris. Did he say anything about where he might be going when he left the house?
Yes. He was going to see his brother.
I didn't know he had a brother. Where's he live?
Statesville Prison. Antonio got mixed up in the gang some years ago and was sent away for a long time. But all of a sudden now, Christian has this need to talk to Antonio.
So he, was upset and he went to talk to him.
But I'm so afraid about what Antonio might have said to Christian.
Well, you think he'd give him bad advice?
Antonio knows his violence. What if Christian listens to it?
Now check this out. Either we play by my rules, or we don't play.
What are they?
First, you're gonna go to the parole board and you're gonna put in a good word for me. And I'm out of here.
If they agree. If we have a deal.
Second, all I have to do is go into Angel Square and meet up with my boys, keep my eyes and ears open, and find out who's dealing the guns.
You find the cop who's dealing the guns. Now, we know all about this guy, Cyrus. Cyrus is scum. We can pick him up anytime we want. We want his source. We want the guy that has the access to the police impound.
A cop.
A cop. And he's probably got other middlemen, maybe even other cops. But you find the source. That's the guy we want.
You don't want much, do you? Okay. Here's my problem. I'm gonna be working with the 5-0. How do I know this dirty cop isn't gonna catch wind of this and finger me as the snitch? You do know what happens to a snitch, don't you?
Yes, but that's not going to be a problem. There's only going to be one officer that you have contact with. Officer Harrison. Now, Harrison is in Angel Square every day, talking to everybody. So you're probably going to be just the occasional stop and frisk. It's going to look like you're probably being hassled because you're the ex-con. You're right out of the pen. Nobody is going to know the truth but you two.
And you.
And me. And the district attorney. But nobody else. So do we have a deal? I help you, you help me.
Okay. Deal. I help you find who's dealing the guns. And then I'm done. That's it. Nothing else.
Nothing else. Thank you. Thank me when I do it. If. Oh, I think you'll do great, Antonio. What changed your mind about this? The first time I offered this deal, you spit it right back in my face.
Commissioner. Wouldn't you want out of here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would. I just wondered if it had anything to do with the visit you got from your kid brother yesterday.
No, Todd did not kick me out. In fact, I don't even know where he is. Have you tried calling the Sun? Yeah? All they say is he's away on business. Well, then maybe he is. But why are you carrying that fur coat around? Because I don't want him to get his grubby little hands on it or my jewelry. In fact, I've got a bunch of things still out in the car. Can I bring them in here? You don't mind if I leave them here, do you? Blair, you told me. You promised me that you were going to change the locks in the apartment. I did. But I'm not going to be in town for a while. Thanks to you and Cassie last night, I got complete control of Melodor. And I don't want those stock certificates sitting in a bank somewhere here in Llanview, or even in this country. So, Melodor and I are off to Switzerland.
My.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want Todd getting back in town before I do, breaking in my apartment, taking all of my things. So,
Good thinking, my dear. We will put your jewelry in my safe. Carlotta can put the rest of your things away later this afternoon.
Here you go.
Ooh, pretty. Todd was very generous, wasn't he? Very, very generous with the woman he loved.
Loved. Can you believe it? Here I am hiding everything that I own, going off to Switzerland to keep him from getting control of my company. When nothing but 2 weeks ago, we were talking about trying to have another baby.
You're not having second thoughts, are you?
No. I'm gonna do what I've gotta do. But you know, you were right, Dorian.
About what?
The other day, at the country club when you were waxing cynical about love and how much we were alike.
And how we all get the life we deserve.
Yeah, you always say that. But, you know, do you really think that we deserve to wind up being miserable when it comes to love? Every time?
You are not blaming yourself for this, are you?
No, I'm not. Believe me, I know whose fault this is. And one way or the other, Max Holden is gonna pay.
Luna, would you please talk sense? If I don't catch the flight to Abilene, how am I supposed to get to Sweetwater?
Well, I can't let you take Flight 126. Don't you remember what happened to me down in Memphis? My New Age bookstore? The Klan burned it down, almost burned me with it.
Well, yeah.
Honey, the address of that was 126 Maple.
Oh, for Pete's sake, Luna, it has nothing to do with a flight.
That is a sign. This is a warning. I cannot let you get on that flight.
Okay, well, then how do I get to Sweetwater?
Well, what about the bus?
But what? To Texas and back? What, do you want me to be gone 40 days and 40 nights?
All right, well, what about booking yourself on another flight?
Do you have any idea how much it costs for a ticket the same day?
Max, I'm so scared. If you got on that plane and something happened to you,
Okay, I can't breathe.
Max, if something happened to you, I wouldn't want to live. I wouldn't.
You got nothing to worry about. You're stuck with me, huh? I am not giving you the divorce, no matter how much you beg. Oh, sweetheart, come on. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be just fine. Tell you what, I am going to get another airline ticket. What's money when my honey's upset?
Nigel tells me the last time he saw Jesse was at supper last night. I'm going to check the West Ring and the carriage house, excuse me. And then I'm going to call that bird brain Tina. Sometimes she cons Jesse into staying over at Serenity Springs with, CJ and Sarah. Excuse me.
Well, I think I better be getting home. See, maybe Christian came back. I'll call you if I find out anything.
Fine. I'll do likewise. I'll call you if I find out anything.
Okay, thank you very much.
Why don't you step on in here, young lady? I think you've got some explaining to do.
Dad, it's not what you think, okay?
No, it's not okay.
Mr. Buchanan, this is all my fault.
Oh, really? Is that a fact? Well, I'll tell you what. I've got a fact for you. I don't want you anywhere near my daughter ever again. And that is a fact.
Dad, no. We were just talking and we fell asleep. Nothing happened. It is not Christian's fault. All we did was fall asleep.
Mr. Buchanan, I know what you're thinking, but nothing happened, I swear.
You know what I'm thinking? No, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Carlotta, I'd like to speak to my daughter alone.
Christian, it's time we went home now. I'm sorry, Mr. Buchanan.
Mr. Buchanan, please don't punish Jessica. It was my fault.
No. You stay away from my daughter. Okay, young lady. Start talking.
All right, that's it. You're booked on flight 419. It leaves a half an hour later.
419? Luna, I ate 419 hamburgers in the last 3 years. Don't you think that means something?
That is not funny. Oh, and by the way, they're all out of business class, so you're flying coach.
That is not funny. You did at least get me a window seat?
No, and they're all out of aisle seats, too.
Gee, I sure hope I got the one between the two screaming babies to remind me of home.
Oh, honey,
Oh.
You don't mind me fussing over you like this, do you really?
Oh, no, I'm gonna love you fussing over me for the next 40 years, 50, 60.
What are you, crazy? I'm planning on making your life miserable till you're about 117.
Well, I hope so.
What are you doing?
Well, I figure if we got a half hour of extra time, I'm gonna put it to good use.
Trust trust me, you're doing the right thing by going to Geneva. Oh, bring me back some of those bittersweet chocolates with the nuts inside.
Good morning, Kelly.
Hi. Why are you going to Geneva? It's so boring. Go to Paris.
Well, I would, but this is business.
Oh, bummer. Have a safe trip.
Okay. Well, you're welcome to wear anything of mine. Just
Oh,
the red
really?
top of it, all the rest.
Oh, you got that red suit. I'm absolutely crazy.
You went somewhere in Angel Square, didn't you? Precisely where I told you not to go. Obviously, you don't care what old Dad thinks, do you? Hello.
Hi, Mr. Buchanan. It's Kelly Kramer. I was wondering, have you heard anything about Joey and his mom?
No, Kelly, I haven't. I haven't heard a word. Look, Kelly, this really isn't a good time for me to be talking.
Oh. Okay, well, just give me a call if you hear anything. Okay, I'm really worried about Joe. Bye.
Kelly? Why are you worried about Joe?
What's happened to him?
One Life to Live will continue in a moment here on ABC.
Dad, it wasn't supposed to be like that. We just fell asleep. I promise it'll never happen again.
Oh, you can bet your boots on that. Not here it won't. You're spending the rest of the summer at the ranch.
What?
You heard me. Now go upstairs and start packing.
Dad, you can't do that. What about Mom?
You should have thought of that before you started acting like this, Jessica. I've got enough going on in this family without putting up with a daughter who won't obey me. Now go upstairs and start packing.
I take it you're not up on the visitation procedures here. There's a logbook that you sign in outside the visiting room. That's how I knew Christian was here yesterday. Did he help you decide to make this deal? Look, Antonio, if something's going down with Christian, I have to know about it.
He just came by, okay? He came to see his brother. You got a problem with that, Commissioner?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a problem if it's going to lead to something that's real trouble in Angel Square. Now, is Christian linking up with the Pride now?
Look, you let me tell you something. I'll help you find your dirty cop, but you leave Christian alone. If he's got a problem, you let me deal with it, not you. Am I making myself clear?
I better get upstairs to your parole hearing. I'm going to put in a good word for you, Antonio, but they're going to want a personal interview with you, so I'm going to give you a piece of advice right now. You get that temper of yours in check. You control it. Now, am I making myself clear?
Yeah. Joey's kind of disappeared. Disappeared where? Well, Joey was at Rhodey's last night, and his mom came in. And she ran away from the hospital, and everybody was looking for her, and then all of a sudden there she was. Except it wasn't Joey's mom. She was this completely different personality. So freaky.
Dear God.
Well, Joey tried to keep her there, and, you know, I called his family so that they can come and get her, but there was this total loser on the phone, and she just wouldn't get off, so I didn't want to make a scene. So I ran all the way over to the Buchanan estate and got the guard to let me up to the house. But by the time we all got back to Rhodey's, Joey and his mom were gone. Except it wasn't his mom, like I told you. Now nobody knows where they are.
But, Joe is with her?
Well, we all hope so. He disappeared like at the same time.
Kelly?
What?
Would you like to tell me what you were doing at Rhodey's last night? You went and followed David there, didn't you? When you knew that it was exactly what I did not want you to do. You went after David last night, didn't you?
Well, not really. I couldn't sleep, so I went to go take a walk. He'd been so mean the way that he told me to stay away from David. Talking to me like I was Carlotta or something. No, actually, you don't even talk that way to Carlotta. Where is Carlotta? I'd like some coffee.
She has the morning off. And don't change the subject. Why did you go after David when you knew that it was against my wishes?
I just, you know, sort of wound up where he was, that's all. Look, don't be mad. I didn't spend much time with him anyway. Look, when I got there, he was all bummed out, you know, because of the phone call and everything, and he just took off. So I wound up hanging out with Joe. I felt so sorry for him. If you could have seen the look on his face, having to talk to his mother when it wasn't his mother at all. Poor Joe.
So how was Vicky behaving?
Kind of like a slut. She said her name was Nikki.
Oh, dear God, Nikki.
Just watching him, I almost started to cry. I remember the last time I saw my mother. They took me out of school. Remember? He paid for me to fly from Paris all the way to San Francisco.
That was many, many years ago.
I was like 12.
Honey, your mother was having a particularly hard time then. Oh, there was all this medication they were giving her.
You know, I kept trying and trying just to tell her what I was doing in school. And, you know, I knew I was talking too much, but, you know, she just wouldn't say anything. So I told her all about the nuns and how mean they were, and just wanted to talk to her. But she just sat there, staring at me. And then she asked if I was the lady from the bank.
Honey, don't torment yourself.
I'm not. You know, to watch Joey deal with his mom, he was so strong. You could tell inside it was tearing him all up, but he hung in there. For her. And what did I do? I left my mom just sit there, staring. And I ran out of that room. I miss her. I really miss her.
Cristian, no tuve enferma con pensamientos malos. ¿Cómo tú puedes hacer algo así? I have never spent such a terrible long night like that since the night that your father was shot. That's all I could think about.
Ma, you can't just keep yelling at me and stuff. Jessica and I didn't mean to stay out all night. It was an accident.
But when you left the community center, you were so angry. I was so afraid of what you might do.
Could you believe what those scumbags did to him? Eddie won the lotto. He was going to win $5,000, and they have to go and do that to him. They have to pay for that. They have to.
Don't talk like that. I'm so grateful that you didn't do anything foolish. Christian, I can't lose another son. After Antonio, you're all I have. Okay.
You said his name. You said it.
I called the prison last night. I know you went to see him. But what did he have to say for himself?
He was kind of weird. I mean, he really wasn't himself. And he also told me to stay out of the gang wars.
I see. And did Jessica tell you the same thing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that you won't be able to see her again. She's a fine girl, but after last night, you really can't blame Mr. Buchanan for being angry.
But that's, it's not fair. It was just an accident.
Well, whatever it was, you're going to have to honor his wishes.
Yeah, right. I gotta go see Eddie.
No, you're not going anywhere. You're going to stay right here in this house.
But what about Eddie?
I am going to the hospital. Rosa really needs some company next to his bedside.
But why can't I go to the hospital? Fine. Whatever. Just please call me and tell me how he's doing.
All right. You know, my greatest fear is that someday I'll end up like Rosa, sitting next to my son in a hospital room, watching him fight for his life. Don't let them win, Christian. No lo dejes ganar.
Here you go, honey. Your plane doesn't leave for another few minutes, so you got time for the... Oh, Lord, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, don't let it get all over the top. You can get it right there.
Oh, sweetheart, does it ever occur to you that maybe coffee makes you a little bit nervous?
What are you talking about? I'm fine. You know what this reminds me of? The first day I saw you. Remember that? Oh, good. I knew the minute I first laid eyes on you, love bug had a real big bite out of me. I knew that you were the man for me, the only man. Even though you were all tangled up with Blair.
Had to bring that up, didn't you? Well, listen, we all make mistakes. Getting involved with Blair, not once but twice, were the two biggest ones in my life. Sometimes I don't know how you put up with me.
Well, that's a physical thing. You're cute, that's all.
Yeah, I'm in for the sex myself. Actually, I love you, and I always will, and I can't imagine my life without you.
Well, lucky for you, you're never gonna have to, because nothing's gonna take you away from me, baby doll. Kelly, I know you miss your mother. I miss Melinda, too. And maybe someday she can come back to us.
You really think so?
We can hope, can't we? In the meantime, I'm really lucky because it gives me the chance to play second mother to a very dear, very pretty, though somewhat rebellious young lady. However, I'm warning you, okay? I can be a fierce mother. You ask my daughter Kathy or your cousin Blair. I will not let anyone, including David, hurt you. I will always be here for you. And don't you worry, because we Kramer women can handle anything.
Well, if it isn't the happy couple. Oh, I hope you're not leaving town on my account.
Listen, Blair, if you came down here to put a curse on us, save your breath. We don't care.
Oh, I don't need to mumbo-jumbo about what's gonna happen. We all know. What goes around comes around. You wanted to ruin my life? Fine. Guess what happens next, folks? Well, I guess I will just go wait someplace else for my plane. Toodles.
Guys,
Forget her.
I can't. I got that terrible feeling coming over me again.
Luna, would you just relax? No matter what anyone says, I will be fine. Least of all what she says.
Ladies and gentlemen, now boarding at Gate 12, Southwest Lone Star Flight 419 to Dallas-Fort Worth.
Honey, that's your plane.
No, it's
Flight
not.
419 now
Right
boarding
here.
at Gate 12.
Flight 114. Changed it, yes. Okay, listen. Give twins a kiss for me. Give Al a hug. I got my bag. Okay, I'll call you when I get there, all right?
Okay. Oh, Matt!
What?
I love you.
I love you. Well, you're a free man, Antonio. How's it feel?
I'll let you know as soon as I'm out of here and out of this cheap suit they give you.
Hey, don't knock the threads. They're free.
Gee, I wonder why. I feel like Disco Duck. What are they going to think about me in Angel Square when I show up wearing this?
They're going to think that you're a guy that just got out of Statesville. Look, you've got the money that I gave you. You pick up whatever you need to make yourself comfortable when you get back. And here's a number that you call in case you want to set up a private meet with Officer Harrison. Andy's the only other cop other than me that knows about this. The only one that you'll talk to.
This, Officer Harrison, can he be trusted?
Absolutely. Antonio, look, don't let me down on this. Okay, I'm counting on you. I want you to find the cop that's selling us out. Just remember, what could happen to Christian if things get any worse than they already are down there in Angel Square.
You okay?
Not really. My dad, he's sending me away.
Sending you away?
Who's that, Joey?
No, it's not Joey. It's...
Yes. Hello, who is this?
Hello, sir. It's me, Christian.
I told you to stay away from my daughter. That also means I don't want you calling here again. Is that clear?
Why can't you just listen to me for a second, huh? Hello? 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 What's up, Mickey? Just came from the hospital, man. It was real bad. I thought he was supposed to be getting better. Yeah, well, those doctors use words like complications. Eddie went in a coma, man. Your mom is there right now taking care of Eddie's mom. They're both crying their eyes out. This is all on account of Luis. That's what I'm saying. You said you wanted this, right? Word on the street is that Luis is trying to finish Eddie off if he can get in the hospital. That's why all the prides are out in force. They're gonna try to track that little scumbag down. You know what I'm saying?
You mean that what? Everybody's out?
That's right. First one to see Luis, he's gonna grease him. Way to go, Chris. Everybody's been hoping sooner or later that you'd come in just like your brother. Listen, I gotta go. I got things to do. Hey, do me a favor. You sue Luis before I do. Tell him, hasta la vista, baby, from me.
Clint, how did Jessie take it?
Not well. But she should have thought of that before she stayed out all night, God knows where. I've got enough on my plate without having to worry about whether my daughter is dead or alive.
She's as stubborn as you were at her age with your little girlfriend. Relax, okay. Don't worry, Kevin will get Arizona. And you are doing the right thing, Clint. It'll be good for Jessie to get outdoors, away from this Kristen Vega. He's putting too many crazy ideas in her head.
Well, look, I'm going to check around Lambview again, maybe go out to the airport and see if Vicky or Nikki or whoever, you know, circled back.
You like some advice? Get some shut-eye.
Oh, I'm too worried to sleep. I got to find out if Joey and Vicky are okay. Hello? Joey? Joey, where are you? And how's your mom? Is she with you?
This is Antonio Mora. Sunday, the increasing use of hard drugs among the middle class. Also, a look at professional sports in trouble and remembering Jerry Garcia on Good Morning America Sunday here on ABC.
Are Brenda and Miguel getting a taste of their own medicine when they witness a budding romance between between Lily and Sonny? Don't miss General Hospital following an ABC News brief next.